These dancers brought the batuk with them to Portugal from the Cape Verde Islands. The dance was once banned on the islands. The colonial government considered it too African. Absorbed in the music, the women have a chance to forget for a moment their everyday worries and problems in their new home country. And there are plenty of worries in the African neighborhoods on the outskirts of Lisbon. The corrugated iron huts were built without permits. Many of these neighborhoods are more than 30 years old. The authorities have long cast a jaundiced eye on the illegal settlements. Now they are going ahead with their demolition plans. This fate could strike Francelina Fernandez at any time. Her neighbor's house was recently torn down.
I can't sleep anymore. The authorities could turn up on my doorstep any day and tell me I have to go. But where should I go? We have no other place. Sometimes they come with the police, take everything out of the house, and tear it down.
The demolition policy is so controversial that the municipal administration no longer gives interviews about it. It informs us in writing that the living conditions in these favelas are degrading and that the people affected by the measures would receive government assistance. But the reality is different. The excavators show up early in the morning. Residents often don't even have time to rescue their meager belongings. Journalists are held at a distance. After all, pictures like these are damaging to Portugal's image as a model of integration. The demolition campaign comes at a difficult time for the people in the slums. The economic crisis in Portugal has cost many of them their jobs. Rita Silva says most of them are unable to pay higher rent. Her citizens' initiative, Habita, supports the residents here. Only a fraction of them have actually been allotted the promised public housing. Many families find themselves suddenly turned out into the street.
Those
in power simply want to drive away and get rid of the workers, the poor, the immigrants, the black people. They want to replace them with people who have a higher income and can fuel the real estate market. That's the primary goal of the municipal administration in Amadora City.
The authorities' hard-nosed policy serves the interests of private real estate funds. These funds already own smart new construction tracts in the immediate proximity. But who buys an apartment with a view of a slum? Many people dwelling in the favelas are upset about high rates of drug trafficking and crime, but they also complain about increasing police brutality and raids. Celso Lopez was recently shot in the leg with a rubber bullet. He says the police beat him up and insulted him with racist remarks. The court case is still in process.
I think it's all a big plot. They want to destroy our neighborhood. Ultimately, the real estate industry is behind it. The police only pretend that it has anything to do with crime.
We visited Francelina Fernandez at home. 60 years old, she works as a cook and cleaning lady. 500 euros a month is enough for her to get by, as long as she can remain in her favela.
On my income, I can't afford to pay 300 or 400 euros in rent. It's just not possible. Water, electricity, food, medicine, and then I send money to my family in Cape Verde. It's just not possible.
For the immigrants from the former colonies, life in Portugal is difficult. They've long been pushed to the margins of society. But soon, there will be no place for them even there.